everyone, it's Dari again and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see, I am in the middle of somewhere in Pleiku City, and yeah, which is really beautiful. You can see that the clouds over there and the mountains and also the water. This place is just one of the beautiful places in Pleiku City, which called Đập Tân Sơn. And the main purpose of today's video is that I'm gonna tell you about my journey of trying to be able to speak English like this. I was really bad at English when I was in high school. I even scared English. You know, I used to think that English is not that important, and I also thought that maybe I can get rid of English when I go to university, but I was totally wrong. So because of that reason, so I got a bad consequence. You know what, in high school when we finished the grade 12, so we need to take the national high school exam to graduate and also get a score to go to university. And guess what? I just got 2.2 in English. It was just a little higher than the score to be able to graduate, which means I almost couldn't graduate in my high school. In Vietnam, most of university they require the English, so with students they have to take the English entrance exam when they go to university. So I took the TOEIC test, and to pass that test I have to have like 250 points, but yeah, at that time I just got 180, so it means I failed. And because of that reason, so I had to take an English class, and I failed one more time. Yeah, I failed one more time. I didn't understand why I could be bad like that. So I decided to find some English center to study. And I took 2 courses in Mình, hoặc, TOEIC just for, TOEIC. And finally I passed the English class in my university. And after I passed the class, I just thought that maybe I need to be serious about English, because you know English is so fucking important. And yeah, at that time I decided to study from zero. So I found a course they teach me about pronunciation. So when you have a good pronunciation, you can recognize that maybe people they pronounce wrong or correct, and so it helps your listening skill. And after taking the pronunciation course, I studied so hard, and hard work pays off. I got a first prize in the speaking contest from the center.
If you found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun.
It's not getting hot now. Okay, it's feel better. Okay, let's continue with my story. And when I finished the pronunciation course, I didn't think that is enough for me. So I started thinking about finding some center who take communication. I was struggling by choosing between VUS and Wall Street English, because both of them are really famous, and there was a really big difference in the price. And like, you know, the price at Wall Street English is, I want to say, 5 to 6 times higher than the price in the US. I don't really want to talk about the money here, but if you want more information, just DM me. It was a tough decision to make, so I asked my parents to think about that. And after 1 week thinking about the money, the amount of money, and finally we chose Wall Street English. Yeah, and it was lucky for me because it was it. You know, when you pay a lot of money for something and it just gives you back the really good result, or and it is same with my situation. I pay a lot of money to study at Wall Street English, and after a while studying there, so now I can speak like this.
You'll come to watch me dancing just for you. 깊은 바다 속에 손을 다리.
I have just headed to another place in Pleiku City, which is also beautiful and famous here. It's called Đồi Thông Diên Phố. Maybe in English it is Pine Hill or something like that. I don't know how to translate to English, but let me show you. Anyway, back to my story. It is really good for you if you can find an English environment to practice your English or just simple start speaking English. But it doesn't mean that you cannot speak English without an environment. I have to say that Wall Street English play an important role in my journey to speak English like this because, you know, they have the good environment there, like a good method to study. Everything is really good, just except one thing, that is the price is kind of high. No, it's really high for me. But as I told you before, you get what you pay for. You pay a lot of money for something and you get the good results. Yeah, I said that. And yeah, it's totally true because I studied there for over 1.5 years. And yeah, when I first started, I just got level 3, but when I finished there, I got level 16 because Wall Street English totally has 20 levels for you to study. Like in the beginning, when you want to study there, you had to take the test. Like, I don't know how to say that, but just take the test and like they're gonna arrange the level, the classes for you to study. When you wanna study any languages, the first thing that you have to do is listen, then speak, read, and write. So those are 4 skills and you have to study step by step. For instance, just look at the baby, like the baby in every country. Let's make it simple, the baby in Vietnam. Like when they just born, they have to listen first, and after a while listen, and they understand what their parents say, what people say, and they gonna understand that and they will try to speak, right? And when they go to the primary school, the teacher gonna teach them about reading and writing. So the only thing that I wanna tell you right now that is just think you are a baby, because when you are a baby, you can study language from step by step. Like you don't have to jump into vocabulary, jump into grammar to study. You have to listen first, then speak, read and write. Because in high school or secondary school, teacher will teach you about vocabulary and grammar. And that is the reason why there are a lot of people who good at vocabulary and who good at grammar, but they still scared to speak English. So there's nothing to scare. Like when you got mistake, people gonna fix it, but you will remember that and you will try to avoid that after, right? So that is for people who have known vocabulary and grammar before. But what about people who don't know anything about English? Yeah, I have to say that it's really hard for you to study from nothing to something. But I don't say that it's impossible, right? So just look at me. Even though I didn't start from zero, but I did start from level 1, level 2, or level 3 or something like that. Those kind of level are just really low, right? Yeah, and after 2 to 3 years for me, I started when I was a freshman, and now I am in the beginning of the 4th year in my university, so it means I am a senior. So it is around 3 years for me to speak English. Even though I can speak English a little bit, yeah, just a little bit fluent right now, but I still have to study English more because, even though I can speak, it doesn't mean that I am good at English. Yeah, the original reason that I started this channel because I want to practice my speaking skill. I also want to get out of my comfort zone because, speaking English in front of a lot of people, in front of a camera like this, it's kind of hard. So the only thing that you can do right now to get rid of the feeling scared of English is that you have to speak as much as possible. Because when you can speak, you gonna get used to it, and it's just become your mother tongue, your mother language. It's just like when we speak Vietnamese, right? Alright, so in a nutshell, I want to tell you, people who still scared of speaking English, who still don't dare to speak English, don't worry, everything is gonna be okay, right? You have to speak. If you wanna be normal when you speak English, you have to speak a lot. You have to practice. I'm not sure I am a right person to stay here and share my experience for you guys, but eventually I started from zero and now I can speak English like this, so I think I might help you a little bit. Yeah, and that's all. I don't have any tips or knowledge to share with you because there are a bunch of information on YouTube, so you can just go there and search for that. So the only thing that I can give you that is the motivation to speak English, the motivation to start studying a language, or a motivation to be not feeling scared about English. Yes, because you can look at me. I was so bad at English. I got 2.2 in the national high school exam, and now I can speak. And I'm not saying that I'm correct in every sentences. If you watch my video and if you notice, I still have a lot of mistake with my grammar, my vocabulary, and my pronunciation, right? But I don't scare because who cares about me? Who cares about my English? I just speak it, right? So yeah, that make me feel comfortable. Anyway, I think it's time for me to go home now. And I'm gonna stop the video here because it is 11 a.m. I spent a whole morning just going around Pleiku City and make this vlog. So I'm gonna stop here. And if you wanna know more about anything in this video, so feel free to DM me. And that's it. See you later. Peace.